From the site that many call the loudest in the NFL, we are inside Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up with the Minnesota Vikings. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Yellow. There's a wide right. Right there. 40's Mike. 57. Watch the block. Right there.
On first down, Mahomes. That one complete to Hill. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now here's Mahomes being chased out left. He finds McCoy. Even with the nice move, can't go very far. Stops short of the 30.
Mike's 40. Mike's 40. Hey, 57, colors.
Mahomes to throw on 3rd and 1. Caught here by Bell. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the first down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. And you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. 3rd down conversion here is big. Mahomes now on first down. This for his running back, McCoy. 7 yards on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Here we go, G. Get off the field. I don't need to. 40's the Mike. Squeeze. Yeah. Mike 40. Check. He's coming. He's scared. Mike 40. Attack. Quit talking about it and bring it. Check 26. Where you at?
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a 3rd.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
36. Watch twist. No. Me. 40's Mike. 40's Mike.
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. Steps away to his left. And the throw there going to be incomplete. That's a pretty good opening possession defensively.
And you know the goal is to make something of a statement, especially on the road with your first defensive possession, isn't it? Go right out and establish yourselves and let them know this is going to be tough going all game long.
Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive.
Yellow.
They do go for it. It's Mahomes. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. The linebacker Anthony Hitchens there on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Go, go, go.
And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. And to the 46 he goes and no further. So he is well short of the 1st down marker. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up the 4th down.
Brings up 4th down.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down.
I smell fear in that offense. Hey, what's that? Check, Mike. 54. Strip the ball. Strip that ball.
They'll indeed go for it. It's Cousins. Flushed out right. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, 2nd down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Dancing to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Emerson Griffin on the sack, taken to the 4th round back in 2010. What a steal. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs.
Switch up, switch up. Ringo. Ring smoke. Out. Jim.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. It's Hill, complete. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
And going deep for Hill. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Come on, let's go. Undercross.
They start the drive with Cook. No score after 1 on EA Sports. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Hey, look three.
Gun.
And he'll get this up to the 4 right about there. And that's about it. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. Amir Abdullah. He's at the 50. The 30. 10. Touchdown, Vikings. 96 yards as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. The game had been pretty uneventful offensively until that big strike.
No doubt about it. Almost felt like they were just going back and forth a little bit in the first quarter. But in the second quarter, things ramped up a little bit. Things jumped up. And you're exactly right. Going to make a highlight film or two. We'll be watching that one later on today.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive, and it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Mahomes now on first down. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Danielle Hunter. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop it. Buying time to his left. He goes full extension, and he's got it. The Chiefs on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Here's Mahomes to throw. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 25-yard line. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Not hold on through the end of the play. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Here we go. Here we go. Slap.
Gets it to Hill. It's a jet sweep. A little second effort there on the strong run. And then drop just inside of the 20. It'll be a gain of 7, and they get it back to a 3rd and 3. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game.
Here we go, dude. Hey, 57, colors.
Mahomes looks to throw on third down. Forced out to his left. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And no field goal try here from the red zone. Offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down. Here we go with Williams. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. Andy Reid went for it, but it won't pan out. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back.
Let him know.
hold to the 30. And finally, down at the 41-yard line. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Meanwhile, here a run on first down really backfires as he's going to be brought down well behind the line of scrimmage. That'll go as a loss of 5, and it'll make this a 2nd and long. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays. Cousins to throw it this time. Being chased out left. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. Watch out for Hill on the return. It'll wind up being a net of 41. 9-yard return, 50 on the punt. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. Steps away to his left. Throw left side complete. That's McCoy. And he's able to get up here to the 26. Final shot before the half from Mahomes. Gets this one to Hill. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. Space to maneuver at the 40. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go. Go, go, go. Check nickel, nickel, nickel. Shoot!
Mahomes going to throw. They'll roll him out right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. This is caught inside the 15. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 74 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On 1st down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Now this time he'll look to throw. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And this will be caught at the 30. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. A huge play there, Cousins to his tight end Rudolph, 46 yards. A little juke. He'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19. 2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the Chiefs' 19-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch QB's up. Watch QB's up.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 11 yards there, 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football. But
and he will take this one in. A Viking touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. And they got the extra point, and it's now 21-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts of the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And this is incomplete. Damian Williams, the man he was looking for. And that'll bring up 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Kill. Switch it. Come on, switch it.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Flush to his right. Completes it to Hardman. 27 yards there, a 1st down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys are back within a single score. Point after, right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets 1st downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those 1st downs, keep possession of the football.
A gain there of 21 yards. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Switch. Begin.
It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the 1st.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the 1st down as well.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
A run on 1st down, but it's not going to get them much, maybe a yard, and that's all. Dorian O'Daniel, 3rd-round pick in 2018, made the tackle.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd
And his defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on 1st. And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. Consecutive gains of 1, 2, and now 3 yards brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They're looking at a fourth down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a two-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
And he's taken it all the way back for the return touchdown. And this game just got a little crazier. They're still alive here in the final stages.
So you're saying there's a chance.
Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, you get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And still a little bit of time left, but the defense can't stop the clock, so 3 kneel downs should be enough to finish this one off. They try to run on first down, but this defense says no dice. They stop them a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
At the 23-yard line.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down.
Check, check, walk 54, walk 54. Check, 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 check.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Second and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run. And an alley to run. Finding room inside the 40. The 20. 10. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it and do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
Extra point up and good by Bailey. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yeah, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again. But they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly. Then they'll take it from there.
To throw again on second down. Mahomes, he's going to let it. And got his man complete. And some space here. And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win them the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there. Well, on the one side, if you try to take away something positive from this game, they played to the final whistle, getting the touchdown there on the last play. But still, all for naught, really.
Yeah, I'd say give them points for positivity. I like that. That part is good. But I often wonder, when the game is settled and the clock is run out, do we really need to kick the extra point?
Oh, yeah. It's silly. It's silly.
It doesn't make any sense to me. I know that people have explained before, well, you got to play it all the way through. Come on, this thing was done.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. From Kansas City, so long, everybody.